Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Manhattanville Men's Soccer on GoValiants.com. I am Steve Sheridan with you high atop the press box here at GoValiants.com field as we get ready for this non-conference matchup for Manhattanville as the Valiants take on Brooklyn College here this evening. Manhattanville enters today with an overall record of 3-5 on the year. Brooklyn is 2-4-2 so far on the season. Manhattanville comes into today's game having lost 3 of the last 4 games. Their last contest was a 2-0 loss at NYU on Saturday. And a quick turnaround here, of course, before this Monday night contest. And after this, Manhattanville is not playing until next weekend on Saturday when they begin Mac Freedom play against Eastern University here at GoValiants.com field. So one less test for the Valiants before conference play begins in earnest. Let's go over our starting lineups here for both teams. For Manhattanville, in goal, it's sophomore Tim Karsting. Karsting with a 1.88 goals against average and a 782 save percentage coming into tonight's contest. On defense in front of him, you have freshman Mike Capitola, senior Ryan Trainer, senior Christopher Stahl, as well as graduate student Eddie Garcia. In the midfield for Manhattanville today, senior Jeff Carrera, senior Jeff Santos, freshman John Kirikides, freshman Pablo Bravo Oye, and freshman Eric Neal. Kirikides probably will end up playing forward, and Neal might as well here this afternoon, or this evening I should say, as Manhattanville getting some players, some starts here today against this Brooklyn squad. Looking over the lineup for Brooklyn here this evening. In goal, you have sophomore Utku Tanridinir. He's played in every game this year, 3.17 goals against average, a 686 save percentage on the season, the sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. Looks like we're having some issues with one of the nets. One of the referees is going over and looking at that, which is why we have a wait before we start tonight's contest. The rest of the Brooklyn starting lineup tonight: junior defenseman Sertak Alton, sophomore Kevin Pluios, freshman Azijan Ziaev, junior Ahmad Ali, senior Jean-Luc St. Fleur, senior Teon Chamay, freshman Olatunde Alara, junior Camille Kosmider, senior Dave Henry, as well as freshman Wendley Alse. I will apologize in advance if I butcher any of the names here for this Brooklyn Bulldog squad. Very international team this Brooklyn squad. Looking down their lineup, you have Turkey, Haiti, Uzbekistan, Poland, Ghana, multiple countries represented here this afternoon. Not sure what the problem is along the Brooklyn net, but I believe it is fixed by now. And we are underway here in Purchase. Ball played forward by the Valiants. And it's going to one-hop to Tanridinir. They'll play it short, try to come out of their own end. Eric Neal with it for the Valiants. Now Santos. Now Trainer. We'll go back to Stahl, and Manhattanville will reset. See Karsting, as usual, way out of his net already in this game for Manhattanville. He certainly will stray from his 18-yard box with regularity over the course of the game. Playing a ball to the near side, looking for Zayaev. And foul's called on Manhattanville. It's Capitola who's whistled for the infraction. Zayaev will look to play quickly. Instead, actually, we'll leave it for Kosmider. Oh, no, he'll end up playing it backwards, did Zayaev. Ball played into the box, and that's an easy pickup for Karsting. As a reminder, you can follow the live stats for tonight's game by heading to govaliants.com/live. Adam Ryder on the stats computer once again tonight. In this non-conference contest for Manhattanville, the last non-conference game, as I said before, conference schedule starts on Saturday. The Valiants will have one more non-conference game after this one. That comes up next week when they travel to TCNJ. And of course, Saturday's game of much importance to this Manhattanville squad. Going up against Eastern, the preseason favorite to win the MAC Freedom once again. No foul there, excuse me, as St. Fleur took it away from Araujo. And Pablo Oye brutes it up the field. Brooklyn will settle it down, and back to midfield it goes. Now Stahl leaves it off for Bravo. Now up to Kirakides. Kirakides will race after it, and it's taken by Tan Ritnier. Now free kick here in dangerous territory for Manhattanville. It's going to be Jeff Carrera to take this free kick. And Carrera skies it well over the net. And it'll be a goal kick coming for Brooklyn as two balls come into play. Hopefully that second one's going to roll off. Close enough, I guess. This ball put back into play. Back to midfield. First touch from Brooklyn. Now ball forward on the left side. Recovering was Garcia, and it's played back to Karsting, who'll boot it back to midfield. Kirakides settles it down, but can't control. And Brooklyn will get it back. Now Kirakides with a chance, but it's cleared away by Chamé. It's kept in play by the Bulldogs. The Valiants will have it back at center. It's knocked out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in at midfield for the Bulldogs. Garcia aggressively playing on the back of a Brooklyn player who just stares him down. I mean, that's not acceptable there on the part of, I believe that's Ali. Ali was one that stood right in front of Garcia and just stared him down. The referee giving them both a talking to. And we will get back to action here. 5.5 minutes gone by in the first half. Now Kirakides with it. Makes the turnover, passes in the middle. Looking for a little give and go there with Kirakides and Araujo, but Tan Ritnier comes out and picks it off. I'll play it the near side. Now a giveaway. Kirikides can't get to it, though, as Tan Ritnier comes out and knocks it away. Now Santos. Carrera. Carrera is knocked away. Valiants being pretty sloppy with the ball here in the first couple minutes of this contest. Eric Neal racing after it, but St. Fleur is able to control. Ball slide tackled out of bounds by the Valiants. That was Bravo Oye who knocked that one out. It'll be a throw in right at midfield for Brooklyn. Still waiting our first shot of this game. Over 7 minutes into the contest. This Brooklyn team is coming off a 2-1 overtime win over York College. Their first CUNYAC win in 2 matches this season. They had 24 shots in the win. Their previous season high was 13. Before that game against York, Brooklyn had lost their last two matches by a combined score of 8-0, with back-to-back 4-0 losses at the hands of Lehman and William Patterson. Brooklyn, nifty little footwork by Pluvios. Now on the far side of the 18. Passing it towards the middle, and that shot goes wide of the net. Well, first shot of the attempt of the afternoon or the evening goes to the Bulldogs. Manhattanville will play it short to Stahl. Now Garcia on the far sideline. Knocked to the bounds. Him and Ali go after it once again. Garcia eventually will get the ball into Stahl. Now go over to Trainer. Trainer, Santos tries to pass it off to Carrera. Carrera's going to get to it before it gets out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds off the leg of Ortiz. Excuse me, that's Ziaev. Now Santos will boot this one forward, looking for Kirikides. That one can't connect with him. Santos heads it forward. Capitola can't get to it. And it's cleared out of bounds by Brooklyn. Kirikides trying to work on the Brooklyn defender. It's knocked away. Now Bravo Oye comes to midfield, but he has it knocked away from behind off the foot of Pluvios. Now here is Pluvios towards the middle. Gets a little give and go with Ali. And Trainer will clear that one out of bounds for a throw-in. As we approach 10 minutes gone by in this first half. It'll be a throw-in last touched by Brooklyn. Valiants trying the far side. In the middle, pass looking for Araujo was intercepted by Altoon. But Manhattanville will control. Now Trainer over to Stahl. Now Capitola with it, with some room. Goes down the near side looking for Carrera, but a little too much pace on that pass. And there'll be a throw in for Brooklyn. Throw in short. Kosmider had it. And they'll switch the field with a long ball to midfield. Strapped down, picked up by Alton. That pass initially blocked by Neal. They'll get it back and try again. Now Stahl stepping up to win the ball back. He'll go back to Karsting. Now Carrera right underneath us. We'll go back to Trainer. Now Trainer. Manhattanville looking to possess the ball out of their end now. Capitola tried to get over to Carrera. It's knocked out of bounds by Ziaev. That'll be a throw in back to Trainer. Brooklyn certainly putting all 11 guys behind the ball at any one time. Really trying to limit Manhattanville's opportunities here in the midfield. Now Trainer. Boots it forward looking for Kirikides. It's headed away by Bouillon. And it's sent down the field once again by Brooklyn. No one really nearby. Garcia will track it before it gets out of bounds. Karsting, I don't know what he was doing there. Gives it off to Trainer. I swear I feel like sometimes Tim just tries to make the game more interesting for himself. The linesman's flag is up for the offsides. But we saw last year Karsting had some time as a forward towards the end of the season. I feel like in some cases he still wants to be up front. Well, the free kick put back into play by Chaumet. Some miscommunication there from Manhattanville as Carrera and Trainer couldn't control it, and there'll be a throw in for Brooklyn deep in the offensive zone. Now in the corner, Henry gets a cross off to the middle, and it's headed away by the Valiants. Now Kirikides tried to turn with it, but too loose with his touch, and it's possessed back by the Bulldogs. Now it's booted away. Here's a potential chance by Henry. Henry gets by one defender, gets by a second defender, and a save by Karsting. It was an incredibly hard hit ball, but Karsting had to lay out to stop it. The first shot on goal of the game, as the first shot did, also went to Brooklyn. And we remain scoreless here, approaching 15 minutes gone by in this first half. Not exactly the game we expected to see here this evening at GoValiants.com field. We saw in the team's last home game against St. Joseph's of Brooklyn last week, I should say. The Valiants started off slow. They scored twice in the first half, but very much could have scored more than that. And today, they just haven't even gotten any chances yet on the Brooklyn net. Santos does nicely to win that ball back, but then gives it away. Well, let's boot it well out of play. And it goes out of bounds. Now Stahl with it with some room. Ball goes out of bounds off of Brooklyn foot. It'll be a throw in for the Valiants. That throw in cleared away right to the foot of Pluvios. Brooklyn looking for a quick counter. We've seen they've definitely been receptive to this early on in this contest. Chip forward by Ziaev. Karsting comes well out of his net to clear that one away. Well done by the sophomore. Now Araujo wins the ball to Kirikides. Santos with some room, near side Carrera. Back to Santos. Has Neal on the far side. That's where he was going with the ball, but it was deflected away by Henry. Now Trainer went to go away without taking the ball with him. Eventually, though, Valiant's lucky to get it back. Now Santos with some space. Looking for Capitola running down the near side. Kosmiter gets there first, and he will shield that ball out of bounds for the goal kick. Substitutions for Manhattanville. In the game for the Valiants, Jack Balaciano and Mateo Haron. Usually starters for this Manhattanville team coming in off the bench in this contest. As you said, this was a game Manhattanville was thinking of getting a chance to put some other players on the field, but to this point in the contest, there have been very few opportunities for Manhattanville to do anything with the ball. Now here's Kirikides potentially. Now looking for Capitola. And Bravo Oye wanted him to go towards the goal with it. And it'll be a goal kick for the visitors. 18 minutes gone by in the opening half. No score here at GoValiants.com field. Thank you for watching us this evening. Kirikides, he's been busy the last couple minutes. Off to Carrera. Pass is knocked away by Brooklyn, and saving it from being a corner kick very nicely is Chamet. And so there'll be a throw-in for Trainer right next to his own corner flag. Capitola provides some short help, but Trainer throws it to the side of the 6-yard box where it's headed off away from goal. Ball to bounds. Trainer will throw it in once again. Excuse me, Carrera will throw it in once again. Goes back to Trainer. We'll go to Stahl as Valiants will switch the field and try the far side. Stahl looking for Kirikides. The pass was canceled away. Now Karsting well out of his net. Leave it off for Trainer. Long ball forward. It's knocked down, but Valiants can't do anything with it. That pass is wayward out of bounds. We have throw in for Manhattanville. Carrera will take it. Now Kirikides, ball up in the air, headed down. Bravo Oye gets a volley off, but it's blocked. Ball still loose, top the 18-yard box. Headed back up in the air. Now down to Santos. Ball still in the 18-yard box for Manhattanville, but they can't do anything with it. And it's cleared back to center. Trainer. Haron gets pushed down. No call. That was an extended arm there from the Brooklyn player, but no call. Stahl will give up to Karsting. Linesman flag is up. Now a beautiful play by Balaciano here. Now the Valiants with a break down the side. Balaciano back towards the middle. Goes over to Capitola. Now Bravo Oye. His shot gets blocked off the foot of Alce. Valiants miss an opportunity there. Outlet pass blocked by Garcia. Now Bravo Oye. Ball knocked away from behind. It's been a lot of missed opportunities here in this first half for Manhattanville. And that ball is kept in play by Brooklyn. Right now, the Bulldogs seem to be running around the field with a little more energy than the Valiants do. Long throw in. Kirikides will trap it down, but out of bounds it goes. Valiants looking a little lackadaisical here this evening. I don't know if it's the fact that they just played 2 days ago. There's a 7:30 start at Gaelic Park on a Saturday night, and here we are 48 hours later with a non-conference contest here tonight. A very rare Monday evening game. You don't see many Monday games on the schedule for either soccer team, mostly because they do have those Saturday games pretty much every single week. As we said, after tonight, Manhattanville is off until Saturday, so they get a lot of rest, a lot of time to prepare for their first conference game against Eastern. It is certainly a big one. I don't know if that was a designed schedule put forth by former head coach Kyle Desatel. Well, you hope the Valiants can pull out a win here tonight, get some momentum, and then give themselves a full 5 days to prepare before the Eagles come to GoValiants.com field. As we're at the midway point of this opening half of play, and we see our first corner kick of the game. It comes for the Bulldogs. That's Ziaev who will take the corner. Into the box. First head is by Haron and cleared out of immediate danger. There's a shot from the side of the 18-yard box. Harmless one off the side of the net. And it'll be a goal kick coming up for Manhattanville. Now Stahl with it. They'll go back to Karsting. Trainer being pressured. A missed slide tackle by Ali. And sent way down the field. Kirikides is going to race after it. And the ball is cleared away. First head is Carrera. Trapped down by Bravo Oye, but couldn't keep it in bounds on the near side. As it'll be a throw in for Brooklyn right in front of their own bench. 21 minutes left to go in the opening half. No score here at GoValiants.com field. That ball goes out of bounds as Henry couldn't control it. That ball is biked out of play by the Bulldogs. Santos with the head. Eventually it goes down to Haron. Ball taken away by Brooklyn. Looking for a quick counter as they've been wont to do for most of the night tonight. And a foul called on Manhattanville. It's Mateo Haron who gets whistled. Now a free kick coming up for the Bulldogs. As we said, it's certainly not the half we envisioned for Manhattanville to this point. And that ball, a sloppy giveaway for Brooklyn. Now pass forward Kirikides tried to flick it by, and I don't know if that was skill or the fact the ball just hit off the Brooklyn defender. That shot on goal is saved by Tan Ridenier. That was Balaciano put that rocket on goal. Bravo Oye trying to force a toner over. Can't quite get there. Capitola couldn't get to the next ball. Now Pluvios leaves it off for Ziaev. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. That ball goes out of bounds off the side of the foot of Alara. It'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. Trainer will take it. Throw inside the 6-yard box, headed towards the top of the box. No one there, though, for Manhattanville. Off a nice head. I think that was Kirikides who put that ball tantalizingly and rolling along the top of the 6-yard box. Now Stahl with it. Now Gene Charles with it on his first touch of the evening for Manhattanville. He just came in for Capitola a minute ago. Now Trainer. That pass is canceled out and it's kept in play by the Bulldogs. Santos steps up to knock that one away. Bravo Oye. And multiple fouls called on Pablo. I think the Valiants thought there should have been a foul on Pluvios. That one wasn't called, but they did call the second one. It'll be a free kick for Manhattanville, about 35 yards or so from goal. See Carrera and Bravo Oye over this free kick. We'll see which one takes it. My guess is Carrera. Bravo Oye does a little dancing with it, and Carrera will put the ball into play. Curls one into the box. That one is headed and in the net for a goal. And it's Eddie Garcia with the score for Manhattanville. And the Valiants, it took them a while, but finally they get themselves a 1-0 lead. And it's the senior, Eddie Garcia, who puts it home for Manhattanville. With 15:33 to go in the half. Now, near side of the field, Kosmider with it. Still waiting on official word for that goal, but it should be Eddie Garcia with his first goal of the season, the graduate student. That shot blocked by Stahl. That was a dangerous position there, as Kunde had to go. Now Kirikides gets right by his defender. Let's see what Kirikides can do here. Coming down the side. His shot off the outside of the foot, and it goes just wide of the post. Good effort there by Kirikides. He's had a couple chances like that. He's been trying to flick the ball by the defender. That time he got by, but players just trailed him a little bit too quickly and didn't allow him to do much with it with a tough angle. Foul called on Manhattanville as Santos is apparently whistled for the infraction. Ball played into the box, headed away. Harone gets a second head to it. Trainer gets a third head, and he gets kicked in the chest. That's a dirty play there by the Brooklyn player. Was that St. Fleur, I believe? No, excuse me, that was Chamay. That's should be a cardable offense there as he put the cleat right in the chest of Ryan Trainer. Trainer with it now, near side corner. Cross towards the middle. Unable to control. Comes to Carrera. Carrera boots it forward. He gets hooked as he tried to go after the ball. Now Kirakides with it. Kirakides with a chance. He gets taken down, and it's going to be a penalty shot coming up for Manhattanville. Well, we'll stop the clock here with 12:57 left. And it's going to be a shot from the penalty spot for Manhattanville. And it's going to be Jeff Carrera who's going to take the PK. And let's see what Carrera can do here. Kirakides forced the penalty shot, and Carrera slots it home. And it's 2-0 Manhattanville on top. As the goals have started to come finally for the Valiants here. So after going almost 25 minutes or so without a goal, Valiants get 2 in just a couple minutes. Two goals in 2.5 minutes for Manhattanville. And for Carrera, that's his first goal of the season as well. As the Valiants have doubled their lead. Pass forward, Karsting will race after it. Karsting quickly puts it back in play for Stahl. Bravo Oye. Now Santos will go over to Trainer. Trainer looking for Kirakides. That one is knocked away by Chamay. Under 12 minutes to go here in the first half. 2-0 Manhattanville on top. Took a while to get going for the Valiants, but they've scored 2 here in the last couple minutes. Referee blows his whistle, I guess, to move Trainer back a couple yards. And so going forward, he'll go back to Gene Charles. I feel like in some future games, we're going to need to mic up Manhattanville head coach Steve DiMatteo, as he's been very clear of his anguish over the course of this game. Fouls called on Brooklyn there. I think it was Koundé as he clipped Bravo Oye. And as Coach DiMatteo has mentioned many times tonight, pretty much every time Pablo touches the ball, he seems to get fouled. As he continues to limp a little bit. It's Carrera with it on this free kick. Again, about 35 yards out. Now Carrera chips this one in the box. Kirakides gets a head to it, but it goes wide of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for Brooklyn. Substitution coming in for Manhattanville. Wes Wilson will come in the game, replacing Bravo Oye. Now Gene Charles with him. Nice touch by Santos to turn the ball in the midfield. Aron chips it forward. Maybe looking for Wilson. Nice move by Wendley Alsay to get through a couple Manhattanville players to get the ball forward for his squad. Now Brooklyn looking for a quick attack. Coming down the side, Christopher Stahl knocks it, but the ball's still loose. Popped up top of the 18. Carrera gets the head to it to knock out of immediate danger. Alsay goes over to the far side. Cross in the middle. There's two Brooklyn players there. Now corner 18-yard box. Gene Charles just takes it away from Ziaev. Ziaev was able to win the ball back, however, but in a far less advantageous position. Moved forward by Chamay. And the linesman's flag is up. There'll be an offside called on the visitors. We'll stop the clock here with 7:57 left. And it'll be a talk to Azizan Ziaev. And we'll start play back up. Trainer right beneath us. Goes forward to Carrera. Carrera tried to flick it up in the air, I guess. It's knocked away. Garcia heads it forward. Now a giveaway. Wilson leaves it off for Balaciano. Comes back to Wilson. Wilson looking in the corner for Balaciano. Nice job by Jack to keep the ball in play. And it's knocked away, though, and a foul called on Balaciano. Trainer first to it. Heads it back toward the middle. Now Trainer's able to collect the ball again. Aron looking for Balaciano again on the far side. Balaciano battling with Altoon. Out of bounds, be a throw in for Manhattanville. Looks like Garcia's going to come up to take this one. Garcia scored the first goal of the game here tonight, and now causes a corner for Brooklyn. Nice job by Wilson there to play the Brooklyn man and force the mistake. Carrera is going to take this corner with 6 minutes and change left to go in the opening half. I think they originally wanted to go short to Garcia, but Brooklyn snuffed that one out, so he'll put this one into the box. Goes over the head of a couple of Valiant players. Santos will race after it. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs. Trainer quickly throws it back into Gene Charles. Puts one in the box. Coaching staff would rather have him passed it to someone else, but now comes to Karsting. Off to Stahl. Stahl playing one down in the far side. Again, looking for Balaciano, who's been very active in that corner. Actually, that was Balaciano, the one who was called for that foul. It was Garcia was the one who was making the run down the side. So now the Valiants with a free kick coming up here as Balaciano was fouled. Interesting spot here for Manhattanville, about 25 yards or so from goal. Couple steps in from the edge of the 18-yard box. Carrera will do something with this free kick opportunity. Garcia runs over it. Carrera will chip it to the back post, looking for Santos. It's headed away. Now Stahl, double team, but still is able to come away with the ball. Stahl still with it. Pass towards the middle, and it's headed away by the Bulldogs. Great job by Christopher Stahl there. I know he's Defensive Player of the Year, but that was a very nice job of ball handling for the Valiant senior Swede. Certainly one of the most skilled players, if not the most skilled player on this Manhattanville team. Carrera taps over to Trainer on the near side. Trainer, now two players over there for Brooklyn. He'll take it to the corner. Gets the cross off. That's cleared away. Haron to Santos. And it'll go back to Garcia. Garcia in the box. Wilson was there. Now Carrera chests it down. He'll have a go, and that shot is saved by Tanridanir. Good effort there by the Valiants, as we've seen them at least get more scoring opportunities here in the last couple minutes. Now Carrera wins the ball and takes it down the corner. Slide tackled out of bounds by Ziaev. It'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go into the first half of play. 2-0 Manhattanville on top. Now Mateo Haron goes to Wilson. Wilson is knocked off his foot. Wilson, a great job of tracking back after making the mistake and gets the ball back for his team. Nice job there by the Valiant senior out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Ball kept in play. And Carrera off to Santos. Now Garcia making a run down the far side. Now chip to Kirakides. Kirakides with a chance. His shot is blocked away. A great defensive play by the Bulldogs as Kirakides thought he had a goal there. But the ball was cleared off the line by Tayon Chamay. That'll be a corner kick coming up for Manhattanville. Under 2 to go here in the second half. Ball headed up in the air. Now Balaciano with 100 seconds left to go in the opening half. Now Pluvio sends it toward the middle. Ball played forward by St. Fleur. Garcia will boot that one towards KO. It'll be a throw-in for Brooklyn. As Hadi Abaza comes in, Brooklyn's first sub of the game with a little over a minute left in the half, and looked like Brooklyn had a chance potentially to try to make something out of nothing here, but the substitution kind of stopped that in its tracks. Ball played into the box. Easy pickup for Karsteng. Now Trainer. Trainer looking for Carrera. Carrera in the corner. Tries to pull it back, but it's knocked away by Chamay. Now Harone, 20 seconds. Now Garcia on the far side. Valiants looking for one last chance here. Garcia into the box. It's headed away. Now Velaciano gets knocked down as the ball is cleared out of danger. And that will do it for the first half of play, with the Valiants holding a 2-0 lead over Brooklyn College at the half. And we'll take a few minutes of break here on GoValiants.com. We'll be back in just a little bit to bring you the second half of play between Manhattanville and Brooklyn. Once again, the score after 45 minutes. It's the Valiants 2 and the Bulldogs 0. You're watching Manhattanville Men's Soccer here on GoValiants.com. And we're back here. And we're back here at GoValiants.com field, getting set to start the second half of play between Manhattanville and Brooklyn. The Valiants with a 2-0 lead at the break as the two teams come out of their respective huddles to begin the second half. Let's take a look at our first half stats. Shots were 9-6 in favor of Manhattanville. Not particularly dominant were the Valiants in that capacity. Shots on goal were just 4-3. The Valiants lead in that respect, and also a slight 2-1 edge in corners as well. So overall, pretty close game. Tim Karsting made 3 saves on the 3 shots on goal that he faced. While for Brooklyn, it was 2 saves on 4 shots for Uku Tanridanir, excuse me. The goals for Manhattanville coming off the foot of Eddie Garcia in the 30th minute, and Jeff Carrera on a penalty kick in the beginning seconds of the 33rd minute gave the Valiants their 2-0 lead. And that is where we stand as we get set for the start of the second half. Now the ball in the middle. Pass is knocked away. Garcia still starting for Manhattanville here in this second half. You have Garcia, Stahl, Jean Charles, and Trainer on defense. Bravo Oye, Santos, Araujo, and Haron in the midfield. And Kirikides is up front with Capitola. Excuse me, Carrera actually is up front with Kirikides to start this second half of play. Now Kirikides. Now Araujo looking for Kirikides, pass knocked away. Ball goes out of bounds. Right beneath us, and it'll be a throw in, last touched by Brooklyn. Now Bravo Oye. There's a slide tackle in the middle. And a yellow card comes out to Jean-Luc St. Fleur. As Araujo was taken down on the slide tackle. Obviously St. Fleur disagrees, but no ball on that tackle. And the card comes out for the first card of the game here this evening. Carrera will step over this one. Carrera into the box. Beautiful ball. Headed up in the air, and that one goes a few feet wide of the post. 2 minutes in, our first real chance of the half for either side goes wide for Manhattanville. And the Valiants have it in the middle, but Santos can't, in the words of head coach Steve DiMatteo, dribble out of his problems. And Brooklyn gets the ball back. DiMatteo looking for his team to pass the ball out of problems. Looked like Trainer caught that with a hand, but now makes a nice move, crossing it towards the middle, and wide open for the score. Christian Araujo in the right place, the right time, off a great play from Ryan Trainer. And the Valiants have themselves a 3-0 lead. That goal was all Ryan Trainer there. He's even made a beautiful move down the far side. Passed it into the middle, and there was no one within 10 yards of Christian Araujo, who put it home for his second goal of the season. Manhattanville starting to assert itself here offensively in this game. Fouls called on Manhattanville. Ball in the box, and that's an easy stop for Karsting. Maybe a throw in for Manhattanville, very deep in the offensive end now. And a foul in the midfield. That ball is going to bounce out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the visitors. So this game, in some respects, is following a similar path to the team's last home game against St. Joseph's of Brooklyn, when the Valiants scored 2 goals in the first half, could have had more, and then came out in the second half and just really took it to the side from Brooklyn. St. Joseph's this time, actual Brooklyn this time. Now Trainer. Valiants keeping up the offensive pressure here. Carrera, nice touch to Haron. Or it's Rajo, excuse me. Bravo Oye gets run over. No call. Coach DiMatteo trying to figure out what advantage Bravo Oye got from being run over from behind. But luckily for Manhattanville, though, they're up by 4 goals here, so a little bit of breathing room. But still, as head coach, you want every call to go your way, at least if it's actually supposed to go your way. Nice move by Carrera to give it off to Santos. Santos, not a Carrera in the far side corner. Carrera will flick it behind him. Now a pass back in the middle. It goes right to Manhattanville. Bravo Oye with a shot that goes wide. As he had a go of that from 30 yards out. Starting the last game, Pablo had multiple golden opportunities, but just could not put one home. And was looking for one there as well. Now Gene Charles. Looks up to Trainer. Trainer. Again, going to take it up the far side. Last time he did this resulted in a goal for the Valiants. This time, not right away, but Kirakides still with it. And that one goes off the post and in. What a shot, John Kirakides. That goal came seemingly out of nothing, as he rockets that one off the post and into the net. Another assist for Trainer, and it's now 5-0 Manhattanville on top. The floodgates have opened here in the first 8 minutes of the second half. The Valiants still coming on the offensive side. Bravo Oye looking for a give and go with Araujo. It's knocked away. And that ball is passed directly out of bounds. And that goal of Kirikides got the Valiant bench warming up. So we're not going to stop the clock here, which I certainly don't mind. As a referee letting seconds come off. Now he finally turns and stops the clock after about 10 or 12 seconds go off. Oh, I've never seen this before. The referee just sitting there on the side of the Valiant bench in the middle of the game, coming over and talking to Valiant head coach Steve DiMatteo. I don't think I've ever seen this before, a referee come over to a bench and talk to a coach like that, but we're going to get back to play here. It's chested down to Araujo. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Araujo. And Brooklyn just placed the ball directly out of bounds. Not quite sure what St. Fleur was doing there, but either way, Valiants will throw it in backwards to Stahl. Now pass in the middle, the linesman's flag is up. So no goal, or no shot I should say. So on the offsides, there'll be a free kick for Brooklyn right outside their 18-yard box. First ball, Stahl gets the head to it. Santos gets the second head. And Carrera had it for a second there, lost it to Baza. Carrera, nice job of hustle to win the ball back. But can't get it by the defender, and will stay in play. Brooklyn right now basically just kicking the ball around. Carrera gets tackled from behind. That's Trainer, excuse me. Ryan's had a very good second half for Manhattanville with a pair of assists. Giants will play it quickly backwards to Stahl. Now Garcia. Karsting boots it. Great job by Trainer to chest that one right at the sideline to keep it in play. Now Stahl making a run, or a ball looking for Trainer up the side. And we'll say it's last touched by Garcia. Garcia, great job again to knock it away. That one goes out of bounds, last touched by the Bulldogs. So we throw in for the Valiants. Seeing the Valiant defense after a little bit of a slow start. Garcia's played very well today. Trainer's had an excellent game as well. Stahl, of course, his usual self. Gene Charles, since coming on as a reserve, has played well. Now that ball in the middle, looking for Kirikides. Didn't get anything out of it anyways, but the linesman flag was up. There'll be a offside again on Manhattanville. So 5-0 Manhattanville on top here as we approach 33 minutes to go in this contest. It's been all Manhattanville in the second half. They scored 2 goals in the first 45 minutes of the game. They scored 3 goals in the first 8 minutes exactly of the second half. Let's get Araujo in the 48th minute, Santos in the 50th, and Kirikides in the opening second of the 54th. Bravo Oye wins the ball to Haron. Crossing into the top of the 18-yard box. No one there, though. And Brooklyn will just boot the ball back to midfield. Jean Charles over to Stahl. Now Stahl. Up to Araujo. Had Garcia. Couldn't get it to him, though. Araujo nicely win the ball away. Try to get it back on a give and go with Bravo Oye. Was knocked away. And Brooklyn will control. On ball forward. Karsing comes out of his 18-yard box and heads it away. That long ball was blocked by Stahl. And now Garcia will boot that one towards the press box. Right off the window, I believe, or at least off the front of the press box. We'll have subs coming in. No subs coming in. They're going to call a foul, actually, on Brooklyn, I believe. So it's going to be a free kick for Manhattanville. As the referee has a talk with Hadi Abaza. Referee, if nothing else, has to try to find a way to keep this game in check, as obviously still a long ways to go, and this Brooklyn team certainly has shown itself to be on the physical side. And I think they're getting a little bit frustrated as this second half goes on. So now we'll have subs coming in for both teams. For Manhattanville, Jack Palaciano comes back in, replacing John Kirakides. For Brooklyn, Aziz John Ziaev is back in the game, and Hadi Abaza comes to the sideline. Valiants working out most of their reserves on the near sideline here to our right. I'm assuming we'll expect to see some changes for Manhattanville in the near future. That ball out of bounds right beneath us. And there'll be a throw in for Manhattanville. We'll have a substitution for Manhattanville. Goalkeeper change as Danny Ayala comes into the contest. Tim Karsting goes to the sideline with 30 minutes left to go in this second half. Karsting didn't have to do much today. He made 3 saves over the course of the evening. Of course, I say that, though. The first save of the game may well have been the most important, as he made a diving save to his left at the post to keep a Brooklyn shot out of the goal. And it kept it a scoreless game. Bravo Oye, he'll take one from 20 yards out, and that one sails over the net. Karsting finished making 4 saves on the evening in 60 minutes of play. Nice even 60 minutes exactly. Now Stahl will play back to Ayala. As Ayala gets his first touch, boots it back to midfield. Now Araujo gets by one, can't get by the second. It's kept in play by Alton. Now up to Stahl. Stahl's going to bring it up the field. Stahl tried to pass it forward for Araujo. That ball out of bounds. Last touched by the white and gray of Manhattanville. And Alton will put it in play. Hurls it down the field. Stahl boots it back forward. Now Araujo gets off a nice possession by Haron. Santos looking for Trainer coming down the side. Palaciano flies over the ball. And now Santos goes to Trainer and out of bounds. And there'll be a throw in for Brooklyn once again. been a tough couple of games for Brooklyn, not counting that 2-1 win over York, but a couple 4-0 losses, and at the moment, 5-0 Valiants lead here this evening. That ball goes over the head of Araujo. And it's won by Alton. Now Santos wins it away. Bravo Oye. Over to Aron. Now back to Jean Charles as Coach DiMatteo preaching possession a little bit for his Manhattanville team. Up by 5, obviously. No rush for the Valiants to go up the field. Try to keep some possession, take some time off the clock here as the minutes will tick down. That ball goes out of bounds as Garcia could not keep it in play. Altoon quickly throws it in. Gets a return pass, just boots it back towards the middle. Now Jean Charles. Go to the outside, Haron with it. Haron with plenty of space in front of him, looking for a long ball. He'll go to Araujo on the near side. Araujo gets by one defender, can't get by the second though. As the help of Chamay was able to knock it away. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in very deep in their own end for Brooklyn. Garcia steps up nicely to win that ball. Tried to get it back in the middle for Carrera. They just couldn't connect. Brooklyn just boots it back to Garcia. Now Stahl back to Garcia once again. Now Garcia. Now Stahl will switch the field. Valiants with plenty of space as Haron over to Jean Charles. Now it's Alton. Will play deep down the field. Aiello will get a touch to it. He'll let it go all the way into the box. Just barely. A little dangerous there as Aiello had to wait for that ball to go inside the 18-yard box. Just barely was able to put a hand on it. Now back over to Jean Charles. Santos. Now to Stahl. Araujo, miscommunication there with Garcia. And Alton let this ball trickle not out of bounds. Araujo, a great play to win it. Blasciano, it's knocked out of bounds, and it's a corner kick for Manhattanville. Great job of hustle there by the Valiant sophomore, Christian Araujo. Substitutions for Manhattanville as Nick Camaradella will come into the game for the first time. Capitola also back in for the Valiants. Carrera comes out and Trainer comes out for the home team. Bravo Oye will put this ball into the box. Ball's loose and just able to get to it was Blasciano. Bravo Oye grounds that one. And it's cleared away by Brooklyn. Jean Charles will track back to get it. Now ball forward, and offside flag is up as that shot goes high and wide anyways. Camaradella closes quickly and knocks that one out of bounds. Santos goes down. Araujo is able to win possession back, though. More substitutions in for Manhattanville. Eric Neal back in, as is Wes Wilson. And for Brooklyn, Kevin Pluvios back in the contest. Haron will come out, as will Arajo. Now Trainer over to Gene Charles. Now Wilson traps that ball off to Camrodella. There's a shot from distance. That one goes way wide. Big goal kick coming up. Ball in the air. Santos gets the first head to it. Garcia to Wilson. Can he keep it in? No, he cannot. Not quite sure. The Valiant bench, I know, does not agree with that call. As everyone else thought that Wilson kept the ball in play. Camrodella racing after it for Manhattanville. And a foul is called on Balasia, or on Camrodella. Santos going one-on-one with St. Fleur. Brooklyn still has it. Under 19 to go here in the second half. All Manhattanville here this evening. 5-0 Valiants on top. And out of bounds. Last touched by Brooklyn. Another great job by Eddie Garcia. He's done well over the course of the evening. Gene Charles just boot that one forward, as that one was in danger of getting behind him. It'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Trainer gets the first head to it as he just comes back in the game off the last kick. Now Ayala. Garcia. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Nice square ball to Trainer. Now a giveaway. Here comes Brooklyn with some speed. Henry. And now a chance here for the Bulldogs, and that one goes just wide from Pluvios. Valiants get lucky there as a near defensive breakdown. Gives Brooklyn a good opportunity, but Pluvios could not put the ball on target. And as a result, we remain 5-0 in favor of the Valiants. Carrera comes in for Bravo Oye. Manhattanville leading the stats 6 shots, I should say, 16-8 at this point. And now looking for more. Camarudella. Now Gene Charles puts that too far in front of him, but for Brooklyn, all St. Fleur can do is just boot the ball down the field. Now Stahl with direct traffic off to Trainer. The pace has lessened considerably here in the last couple minutes. Those first 8 minutes of the half, Manhattanville scored 3 times to really remove all doubt about the outcome of this contest. Ooh, that's a dangerous tackle. And he's going to call a yellow card there on Brooklyn. That card on Henry. That was a dangerous, dangerous tackle. And certainly was at least a yellow card, if not potentially more. Valiants will keep it in. So all 3 goalies seeing action for Manhattanville today as James McTighe comes into the game on that last substitution. Carson played the first 60 minutes. Ayala got about 16 and a half or so. And now be McTighe the rest of the way, assuming for Manhattanville. Now Carrera with it. Head coach Steve DiMatteo still coaching up his team, even though this game certainly well in doubt, or no longer in doubt in terms of the outcome. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Brooklyn. Now Wilson to Balaciano. Balaciano still with it. Trying to get by a couple players. It's going out of bounds for a corner kick. We'll see who takes it for the Valiants. Looks like Carrera's going to come over to take it. He'll take his time. Ball cleared away. And that one in the back of the net, Jack Balaciano. with a beautiful strike. And it's a 6-0 Manhattanville lead. As the goals just keep coming for Manhattanville here this evening.
Solid defending by Manhattanville's Christopher Stahl.
Now Stahl will get back to this one. And it's cleared away by Trainer. Now ball still loose, 20 yards from goal. And it's headed away. Intercepted by Hoxia. Hoxia with a little bit of room. He'll have a shot. And that one goes wide. That's actually Grella, excuse me. Four minutes and change to go here in the second half. I said earlier that this was following a similar trajectory to the St. Joseph's of Brooklyn game, and so far it is to a T. 2 goals in the first half for Manhattanville, followed by 4 goals in the second half. At the moment, the same 6-0 score. Manhattanville leads Brooklyn College. That ball goes out of bounds. Will be a Brooklyn throw. Brooklyn just boots the ball to the far side of the field, chested down by Ziaev. It's Ali into the box, and McTighe picks it off. Minutes left to go here. Brooklyn still looking for that first goal. There's a shot, and a great save by McTighe. That one seemed ticketed for the corner off the foot of Ziaev. And James McTighe with a great stop diving to his right. And he preserves the shutout here with 2 minutes to go. He said Brooklyn's still coming here. They want to at least try to get 1 goal on the scoreboard. McTighe did very well to knock that one away. That one's going to go out. It's going to be a corner kick for Brooklyn. Under 90 seconds to go here in the second half. Ball to the back post. Header by Alsay up in the air. Alsay still with it, crosses in the middle, and luckily for Manhattanville, no one there. Valiants looking shaky here in the final minute, as we are now in the final minute of play in this game. That ball headed up in the air toward the back post, and that one goes just wide by Alton. Couple very good chances for Brooklyn here in the final couple minutes of this contest. But the Valiants staved off that little attack, and it looks like they're going to come away with the 6-0 shutout victory over Brooklyn. We'll stop the clock with 20 seconds to go. At this point, everyone wants to go home. Not sure why the referee wants to spend any time longer here than he has to. Now, it'll be a throw in for Brooklyn. Final 9 seconds. That ball is grabbed by McTighe, and he will hold on to it And that will do it as Manhattanville comes away with the 6-0 win over Brooklyn College. It's the fifth straight win at home for Manhattanville, the second by that same 6-0 score. As Valiants have now outscored their opponents 14-1 in 3 games at GoValiants.com field so far this season, and Manhattanville hopes to keep that going on Saturday when Manhattanville begins MAC Freedom play against Eastern University. And that's game 2 of our GoValiants.com field triple header on Saturday. As we have women's soccer at noon, men's soccer at 2:30, and field hockey at 5. Here on what would be a very busy Saturday on GoValiants.com. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow, as the Manhattanville women's soccer team will take on Lehman College in a non-conference matchup here at GoValiants.com field, beginning at approximately 5 p.m. And we hope you will join us here for that game tomorrow as the women's soccer team looks to make it 2 wins in a row in non-conference play. So that will do it for us here from GoValiants.com field. The final score once again, it's Manhattanville 6 and Brooklyn 0. Thank you for watching this evening's presentation of Manhattanville men's soccer here on GoValiants.com. If we don't see you tomorrow night for women's soccer, we'll see you on Saturday here in Purchase. Have a good night.